Your greatest enemy has never been another person. It has been the voice inside your own mind. The strange part is that it doesn't shout. It whispers. It tells you to replay one conversation 100 times. It convinces you that one mistake will ruin your future. It keeps you awake long after the world has gone to sleep. And while you believe you're solving problems, your mind is quietly creating new ones. Overthinking rarely announces itself as fear. It disguises itself as preparation. That is why intelligent people often become its easiest victims. Marcus Aurelius understood this battle better than anyone expected. Every sunrise brought news that could change the fate of an empire. A rebellion on one border, a plague spreading through cities, a trusted general accused of betrayal. One wrong decision could cost thousands of lives. Yet inside his private journal, he wrote far more about mastering his own thoughts than conquering his enemies. He had discovered something unsettling. An uncontrolled mind can destroy a person long before the world ever does. Today, the battlefield looks different, but the enemy hasn't changed. A single text message goes unanswered, and your mind invents 10 different explanations. One awkward meeting becomes evidence that your career is falling apart. A small mistake convinces you that everyone has noticed, even when no one has. Hours disappear inside stories that never happened. Modern psychology has a name for this pattern: rumination. Instead of solving a problem, the brain keeps circling it, like a traveler walking in endless circles through a dark forest. Each lap feels productive. In reality, nothing changes except your exhaustion. This is why overthinking feels active while accomplishing almost nothing. Your body stays still. Your future never arrives, only your anxiety grows stronger. Epictetus saw this pattern centuries before psychologists gave it a name. As a former slave, he understood uncertainty better than nearly anyone. Tomorrow could bring punishment, hardship, or freedom. Yet he noticed that suffering came from two very different places. One was reality. The other was imagination. Reality could wound the body. Imagination could imprison the mind. And the second prison was often far more difficult to escape. That leads to the first Stoic way to stop overthinking. Separate facts from stories. It sounds simple until you try it. Your friend cancels dinner. That's the fact. They don't care about me anymore. That's the story. Your boss asks to speak with you tomorrow morning. That's the fact. I'm about to lose my job. That's the story. Someone looks serious while passing you in the hallway. That's the fact. They must be angry with me. Again, the story. Notice what the mind keeps doing. It fills empty spaces with fear. Marcus Aurelius trained himself to interrupt this habit before it gained momentum. Whenever emotions became overwhelming, he reduced situations to their simplest truth. Not the interpretation, not the prediction, just the event itself. By stripping away unnecessary meaning, he robbed fear of its favorite weapon, the unknown. Neuroscientists now understand why this works. The human brain is designed to predict danger thousands of years ago. Expecting the worst increased the chances of survival. But in modern life, that same survival system often mistakes uncertainty for catastrophe. The result is a mind preparing for disasters that never arrive. Your heart races, stress hormones rise, sleep becomes lighter, not because something terrible happened, because your brain believes it might. Here's the irony. The future you're trying so desperately to control exists only as a collection of guesses, some optimistic, many terrifying, almost all inaccurate. Seneca once warned that people suffer far more in imagination than in reality. Centuries later, science continues to confirm his observation. Studies consistently show that people are surprisingly poor at predicting future emotional outcomes. We expect failures to crush us forever. We expect embarrassment to last for years. Yet when those moments actually happen, we recover much faster than we imagined. The mind exaggerates. Reality usually doesn't. This is why overthinking steals life twice. First, by making you suffer before anything happens. Second, by distracting you from the only moment where action is possible. The present, a Roman soldier marching beside Marcus Aurelius, could not fight tomorrow's battle while worrying about yesterday's defeat. He had only one step, then another, then another. Victory wasn't achieved through endless prediction. It was built through focused action. Your life works the same way. The mind constantly asks, what if everything goes wrong? Wisdom quietly asks a different question. What is actually true right now? That single question has ended countless storms before they ever had the chance to begin. Because the first victory over an anxious mind is not learning how to control the future. It's refusing to confuse your fears with reality. The second Stoic way is even more difficult. Stop trying to control what was never yours. At first, that sounds obvious. Yet if you watch your thoughts for just one day, you'll notice how much energy is spent chasing things completely outside your control. You replay a conversation, hoping to change words that were spoken yesterday. You worry about another person's opinion, as if thinking harder will rewrite their mind. You predict outcomes that haven't happened, believing enough anxiety can somehow prevent them. The mind creates an illusion. It whispers that if you think long enough, you'll gain control. In reality, you're only feeding uncertainty. Epictetus built his entire philosophy around one simple distinction. Some things belong to you. Many things never will. Your choices belong to you. Your character belongs to you. Your response belongs to you. Another person's judgment does not. The weather does not. The economy does not. The past certainly does not. The moment you confuse these two worlds, peace quietly disappears. Roman history gives us a remarkable example. During one of Rome's most difficult military campaigns, Marcus Aurelius received reports that entire regions were falling into chaos. Supplies were running low. Disease spread through the camps. Even experienced commanders feared the empire might lose control. Panic would have been understandable. Instead, Marcus focused only on the decisions available that day. He couldn't command the weather. He couldn't erase the plague. He couldn't guarantee victory, but he could remain disciplined. He could lead with clarity. He could refuse to let fear make today's decisions. That mindset kept him steady, while others collapsed under possibilities that hadn't yet become reality. Modern psychology reaches a similar conclusion. Researchers describe something called the illusion of control. People naturally overestimate how much influence they have over uncertain events. The brain believes that constant thinking equals preparation, but excessive thinking rarely changes the outcome. It only increases stress. That's why overthinkers often feel exhausted before they've taken a single meaningful step. They've been fighting battles that exist only inside their imagination. Here's a question worth asking. How many hours have you spent worrying about situations that solved themselves without your anxiety, probably more than you could ever count. The mind rarely keeps score. It remembers the fears, it forgets how many never came true. Seneca noticed this pattern long before psychology became a science. He watched wealthy Romans lose sleep over fortunes they hadn't lost. Politicians feared scandals that never happened. Merchants expected disasters that never arrived. Life wasn't destroying them. Their anticipation of life was. That observation feels surprisingly modern. Today, people refresh their phones dozens of times each hour, searching for certainty, waiting for replies, checking headlines, watching numbers rise and fall. Each notification promises relief. Instead, it creates another reason to worry. The cycle never ends because certainty was never the real problem. Attachment was. Here's a practical exercise Marcus Aurelius might have appreciated. The next time your mind begins racing, pause for a moment and divide the situation into 2 columns. On one side, write what you can control. On the other, write what you cannot. The first column deserves your effort. The second deserves your acceptance. Acceptance isn't surrender. It's discipline. It takes far more strength to release what you cannot change than to keep wrestling with it in your imagination. This is where genuine confidence begins. Not by believing everything will go your way, but by knowing you'll remain steady even when it doesn't. Toxic thoughts lose their power when they have nowhere to attach themselves. Fear weakens when it can no longer convince you that worrying is the same as acting. Slowly, your attention returns to the only place where your life is actually happening. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, right here, right now. And that's exactly where an overthinking mind is least comfortable, because the present demands action. While anxiety survives on endless possibilities,